The Ultimate Trivia Podcast.
Hello and welcome into the Ultimate Trivia Podcast, the show where knowledge is power and laughter is the real MVP. We've got the whole crew here tonight. I am your host, Andy. I am at Instagram at Andy_TUTP. We've got Nick over here. Say hey and give him your handle.
Good evening, everyone. And Walt25, I believe, for Instagram.
And Walt25.
I believe that's correct, yes.
That's right. That's right. How
You probably know better than I would. I feel good.
Yeah.
Feel good. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm excited for this particular episode.
Okay.
Yeah, very excited.
Well, there is a very special announcement coming. Stay tuned. Scotty.
Yes.
Yeah.
How are we doing tonight?
Yeah, I'm doing well.
Okay.
Thanks for asking.
How do we find you on Instagram?
It's good DR13.
Good DR13, the good doctor.
Double D.
K-Ray sitting there festive this evening in his sophisticated Santa hat.
It's a buffalo plaid.
Buffalo plaid.
Is that right?
That's
Oh, it's like
To
Davy Crockett's stepchild.
That's hot.
Tatonka plaid. Tatonka plaid.
Tonka plaid.
He's at K_Ray22.
Kuna wasi wasi.
I don't know what you just said.
It's the more accepted term in Swahili for Hakuna Matata.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Oh, look at that deep knowledge, baby.
I said that when I was on my safari, and the guy looked at me. He's like, "What?" I'm like, I did a little research before I came. I wanted to sound cool.
Was he confused because you knew it, or was he confused because it was wrong?
He was surprised because everybody says Hakuna Matata.
Oh,
and
sure.
Hakuna wasi wasi is more like a local term, more slang, I guess. He's like,
Nice.
"What?" He's like, "What?"
Yeah, look at that deep knowledge. Hey, Brian,
Hey, what's going on?
how we feeling tonight, brother?
Feeling good.
Yeah, you got a special night coming up here.
We do.
We can find you at BM Queener. It's just as it sounds on Instagram.
That's correct.
Tell everybody, hey.
Hey, everybody.
There we go. We got a great trivia plan tonight. The special event is, in fact, Brian's inaugural hosting. He has written a trivia, or at least had someone ghostwrite it for him, and he's going to be delivering the questions.
Okay.
That's why I'm excited.
Yeah, it's a good night. Okay, but before we get to all of that, he's going to give us the topic here in just a minute. We're going to get to the question of the week. It comes in from KCR via our email. She wants to know, what's the most trouble you ever got into? And trouble is not like getting caught necessarily. What's the worst like getting into trouble thing you did? And then did you get caught or did you get away with it?
So I have a good one. It's when I was a kid, it was just a great learning experience. We're at the commissary on base. We're checking out. I asked my parents for some gum. They're like, "No, you don't need any gum." So I just went ahead and grabbed that gum and I pocketed it. And we walk out, groceries cart, going to put the groceries in the car. And as we're walking out, I take out this gum like a genius.
Oh, yeah.
Open it up, put it in my mouth, and my mom looks at me. She's like, "Where'd you get that gum?" Me, aloof. I'm like, "In the store."
Yeah.
Did you pay for it? No. And my mom and dad were there, so my dad was a teaching lesson. My dad looked at me like there was something wrong with me mentally. Made me go back inside, return it to the lady at that checked us out, and I was so embarrassed and felt so bad. That I learned. I mean, it's a good learning experience to not steal.
Respect.
Wow.
And,
did she make you pay for the piece that you ate? Do you remember?
I don't remember that. I don't recall.
Curious. Go back to that time. Yeah, well,
a good
it's
one.
clearly stuck with you, right?
Thanks, Dad.
That's right. I dig
Lessons
that.
learned the hard way.
I dig that.
How about you, Nick? You were a troublemaker.
I was, but I didn't get caught very much.
Yep.
And for the ones I didn't get caught for, I really don't want to divulge. This is a family show still, and now
That one party?
I did throw a party in high school. It was a great party. It was
Rager.
It got a little out of hand.
I wasn't
Don't they
there
always?
because I had a party the same night.
That was the
that
only.
right?
That was the only reason. The fact that he had a party might have been the only reason that it wasn't. You guys remember the movie Project X? I think
Yeah,
it was.
yeah.
Where the kid threw the ginormous party.
Australia.
So
Yes.
I was at his party with Ben Wambacher, and we got back to his grandparents' house that night, and they had a police scanner.
Oh,
And
really?
Grandma was like, "You guys weren't at Kelly Norwood's, were you?" No, why? What happened? Like, no, what are you talking about?
Luckily, I think I was like under the radar because we didn't. No police involved or anything like that. Funny story. My older brother Bobby was the only one home with me. My parents were out of town. I think Doug had a basketball tournament or something. Bobby broke the party up. It was an awesome party that ended at 10:30. He kicked everybody out. He made people drive other people home. And I
think some of those people came to my house.
they did. They did.
There you go.
And I had a good time. So I was pretty much passing out, shortly after that. And I thought I got away with it at the end of the day. I mean, my aunts came over and cleaned the house. They're like, we don't want your parents to come home and deal with this kind of stuff. I had a ton of people at the house.
Family effort.
I had a ton of people.
Helping out. I like
we
that.
were charging admission. There was so much. I mean, we were finding 6-packs of beer all over the place. But they came through and they cleaned everything up because they didn't want my parents to have to deal with this.
Wow.
I had family come by like, what are you doing? I was like, I don't even know anymore, And I thought I got away with it.
We just got out of hand.
And then like my parents come home and also my mom just like holds up like, I think it was like a Corona bottle cap. It's like, we know.
Yeah.
But I really didn't get in any trouble. It was more like, oh, we're disappointed in you and that kind of stuff. Nobody got arrested. Nobody got hurt. I did have to, I had to leave the garage door open the entire weekend because of the smell from people indulging in things it was that clouded up in there. But I never really got in trouble. Nobody got arrested, but that was probably the worst thing I did as far as just flat out disrespect to
we
parents.
touched on this recently. We're in a small town.
Yeah.
Things don't happen on that scale without people knowing about
yes
it.
exactly
Doesn't.
Young, dumb.
Yeah Brian, I feel like you got a good answer here, so we're going to go to Scott actually.
I do.
Because I don't feel like Scott's done much.
Yeah, I'm dipping into my bag of tricks here, trying to think which age group to go with. Obviously, high school is the most obvious, but I will go with a elementary school story.
No, I
For,
think
for our listeners, don't know I'm short. That I have, I stopped growing in middle school.
What? A bit of a hobbit.
A bit of a hobbit.
Bit of a hobbit.
middle school, maybe.
Hairy feet.
I don't know.
Hairy feet, but small feet still.
Yeah.
Hobbit-like.
5'7", 1/4. The 1/4 is important. So
That's all right. Brian's 5'11" and 3/4.
Why you gotta put me on Front Street?
So we're both in the 5 foot range,
6
right?
foot. 6 foot. 6 foot.
Okay. Anyway,
Settle down, little guy.
so this is a PG story.
Okay.
I was in the restroom at a urinal doing what a little boy would do at a urinal. And there was a kid in there that was teasing me, taunting me, trying to bully me. So midstream, I just turned towards him and beat on him.
Yes.
Excellent.
So that was my retort to his bullying. And of course, that bought me a one-way ticket to the principal's office.
Sure.
And in those days, they still had paddles and used paddles.
And
So,
a brand new fetish.
yeah,
And much like Kelly, those lessons are best learned in the heart.
right, yeah. The principal asked me to reenact it, but I told him no.
Oh, Lord.
That's terrible.
Well, I have two. One's very quick, and it was simply that I was supposed to come home after like a school session, and I wasn't allowed to go out, but I ignored those. This is like 5th grade. I totally ignored and was gone for 24 hours. I spent the night at a friend's house without ever checking in.
Oh.
That was pretty rough.
Yeah, that's
I can't even imagine.
That's
these
awful
days.
thing to do.
But the one that came to mind first for me, my dad always had a bucket of change, right? You wanted to run up to the store and grab a candy bar. You grabbed a handful of quarters out of the bucket of change. You shuffle them around to make sure there's still some quarters on top, and you move on. Well, one time, there was a Benji sitting on top of those coins. And again, that's about 4th or 5th grade probably.
Wow.
Now, this is an important moment because my dad and I recently had a conversation about this where he knows the right answer, but I still, to that time, refused to admit to it. So I am openly, Dad, Hammer, admitting that, yes, I took it. Yes, I went to buy some candy. I had $97 in change left over that I was afraid to bring home. So I put it in a paper bag and stored it by a telephone pole. And when I went back to get it,
It was
most
gone.
certainly was gone.
Man.
Jeez.
So I didn't even get to enjoy it.
I wanna sit with Hammer when he listens to this
I know,
episode.
right?
Yeah.
It's a big moment. But I later found out, and he confronted me about it. I stayed strong. As an adult, he confronted me about it, stayed strong. He did the answer the whole time, obviously.
Deny.
Not my finest hour.
No.
doubt about it. But
Are you a health insurance company?
all right, Brian, bring us home. You got something to trump all that with?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, attaboy.
I mean, there's a lot of things that come to mind. So I'll keep them short, but I kind of got two. I had one, another one jumped in. I'm like, that's probably worse. 17 years old, had to do a sobriety test in my living room in front of my parents.
Ooh,
Wow. Okay.
Did not perform,
Nice.
Did not perform well.
Did not pass.
yes.
Didn't pass
Applaud.
it.
Did not perform well. Dad's mad. Mom's crying. It was not good.
Wow.
And then another time,
And you're the favorite?
Another time, me and a couple other guys got hauled into the police station with the allegations of us trying to sell drugs at the reservoir,
Oh,
which was
my.
not true.
Right.
One of the guys with us made a joke. It did not go over well.
Yeah.
And next thing I know, we're literally sitting in the police station getting interviewed, and it was, crazy, but like it did get figured out that these guys were just messing with these kids, like whatever.
The sense of humor tend
But,
to
like,
fade. And
When you're a teenager
with
sitting in the police
teenagers.
station, it's pretty intense.
That's real.
Know
pretty
your,
intense.
That is real.
The definition of know your audience.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well said.
yeah, well said.
Well, thank you for sharing, guys. Thank you, Casey, for submitting a question. I've learned something again about my longtime friends, and I'd like to learn more. Send us more questions, guys. We're at the Ultimate Trivia Podcast at gmail.com. You can find us also on all the social media sites at the Ultimate Trivia Podcast. Send us a DM with a question. We'll give you some credit on the air, and the sillier, the better. Brian, it's your show, brother. I'm looking forward to playing your trivia.
All right, let's do it. So tonight's topic is gangsters. Gangs have existed throughout history, typically emerging from poverty, overcrowding, and economic hardships, often using violence as a survival tactic to control their environment. Despite the dangers, the allure of gang culture has captured the American imagination where the line between good and bad are blurred. Real and fictional gangsters are admired, and the entertainment industry can't resist the genre of often emphasizing the strict set of codes demanding unwavering loyalty to the family. After all, snitches get stitches.
That's true.
It's true.
Good job reading there. Sounded good. Yeah, you did a good job there.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, well done. Well done.
All right, so let's do it. Question one.
Oh, hold on. hold on.
Oh, we're getting into it. I like it. I'm excited.
Give me just a minute here,
My
baby.
bad.
It's time for the main event, our 10-question trivia game on gangsters. I have questions about this topic, by the way.
Yeah, okay. I like that.
Here's how it works. Brian is going to read the questions aloud. We're going to write our answers on the whiteboard. If we get it right, we get a point. If we don't, well, we're certainly going to have some fun making fun of each other. Let's see who ends up on top today. A real quick question. Is gangsters meant to be as broad as it seems? We have, I don't want to give anything away, but we got 90s inner city gangs.
Are we thinking mafia?
Mafia.
There's a focus. It's mafia.
Mafia.
Think,
Mafia.
Think,
Okay.
think mafia.
Thank
Think
you
mafia.
for clarifying.
There you go.
All right.
There you go. Think
I'm
mafia.
ready.
That's good. That's what I figured based on Brian, that it was mafia related.
Yeah.
All right, you boys ready?
Let's.
Ready as I'm going to be.
All right. Question number one.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
What single historical event can be credited as the key contributor to the sharp rise of the American gangster?
Oh, okay. I got it.
I'll read that one more time. What single historical event can be credited as the key contributor to the sharp rise of the American gangster?
Okay. I like where this is going. Is it a mixture of fiction and fact, you think? Or
There's
so? A little bit of...
A little bit pop culture, so there's some fiction involved because of that, I guess. Yeah.
I'm excited now. Okay.
All right, boys, let's see some answers. All right. Andy, we got the Great Depression. Nick, Prohibition. Scott, Prohibition. Kelly, Prohibition. The correct answer is Prohibition.
And yes. Already.
So the Prohibition was a failed experiment, to say the least. Prior to the 18th Amendment, gang activity was mostly small street gangs and found primarily in Jewish, Italian, Irish, and Polish neighborhoods. Not only was Prohibition unsuccessful, it gave birth to the professional criminal by allowing gangsters to control the lucrative industry of illegal liquor permitted organized crime to flourish.
Man,
Moving the booze.
feels silly
that was
that I
huge.
didn't think of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes total sense. I believe car racing also came out of Prohibition, right?
It
NASCAR,
did.
yeah.
Running
NASCAR.
Running moonshine.
booze, yeah.
Moonshine, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Like West Virginia, like
Especially
Virginia.
like East Coast,
Appalachia.
down south,
Yeah.
Appalachia.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Dang it. Behind the 8 ball already. Here we go.
I like it.
All right.
I like it because Andy likes to win when he's not hosting.
to win.
So
Yeah.
it's a good start.
All right. Number 2. Name the movie known for this quote. Funny how.
Okay. I'm back. Baby.
Do I need to read again? Are you guys all good to go on that?
Maybe read it one more time for the list.
All right. Name the movie known for this quote. Funny how.
Yep.
It's a short quote.
Short quote. Yeah.
But it-
One of the shortest quotes of all time.
You're right.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Two
right.
words.
But the fact that
From a
it's...
short guy.
I can
Oh
hear
yeah.
it.
Oh yeah. No, I see it in my head.
All right, let's see the boards,
What
boys.
am I, a clown?
We got Goodfellas from Andy, Goodfellas from Nick, Goodfellas from Scott, and Goodfellas from Kelly. Based on the book Wise Guy, Life in the Mafia Family by Nicholas Pileggi, chronicling the true story of real-life gangster Henry Hill. Goodfellas is not just another mafia movie. With its authentic portrayal of the mafia, this movie counters the mob's romantic image of family, honor, and respect. Instead, it illustrates unhinged power rooted in fear and intimidation, which the film used effectively and brutally. And we can't close without mentioning the brilliant Joe Pesci and Ray Liotta's funny how scene based on Pesci's real-life interaction with the mobster.
Is that right? Ooh,
Yeah.
that is
true.
solid.
I like
Wow.
that.
Yeah.
That's a good trivia right
That
there.
is deep trivia. Yeah.
So you'll be surprised to know, and maybe disappointed, that I saw this movie for the first time within the last 5 years.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm surprised to hear that.
Yeah.
Because I know it's one of Brian's
We're
favorites.
speaking
Yeah.
of family, we're blood, but that's not family anymore.
I would
Just
have thought,
one of those movies
Really? Are you
that
serious?
just
The
never.
last 5 years?
Yeah, I didn't. I never sat down and watched that movie until. Yeah, it's been easily within
Look
the
me in
last
the eye.
5.
I failed you as a brother.
I got a tough one. Name another great Ray Liotta movie besides this.
I like,
might want to wait.
I like Narc a lot. That was a good movie.
Narc?
Narc
I
was
don't
good.
remember that one very
Solid.
well.
that one.
Yeah.
I didn't say gangster movie. Like,
Field of Dreams.
Yeah,
Good.
that's. I mean, that's probably the
is
biggest.
that?
Honestly,
I get. Yeah, I'll call that a Ray Liotta movie.
I mean, isn't it enough? I mean,
Yeah,
it's
he's
not
in
his.
enough,
It's
yeah.
not his movie, but he's kind of the.
Is this the only movie he's ever like the lead star? This is only.
Narc. He's one of the top.
Is he?
He might be.
I don't know that movie. I can't think of that one.
No.
Okay.
I want to say late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on that one.
Cop crime.
Sure.
type of drama.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, boys. Let's move on to number 3.
All right.
Al Capone had several nicknames. What nickname did he hate? Al Capone had several nicknames. What nickname did he hate?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to write a rando down.
Wow.
A shot in the dark. I don't know the answer.
I didn't know he had several.
Not feeling good, guys. Dang it.
All right.
I can only think of.
Hang on, I'm writing.
I can only think of one.
give you a 5 count.
You slow down, B. I know it's your first time hosting, man. Take your time. We're okay. Give it a little bit.
Let it
Yeah.
marinate a little.
Another 5 count.
Backlash.
Get your stuff together.
I think we're ready, huh?
I
All
am.
right. Let's see the
Sure.
boards, boys. Andy has Tiny. Nick has Scarface. Scott was Scarface. And Kelly was Scarface. The correct answer is Scarface.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
That's the only one I knew of.
Yeah.
I did.
That's a cool nickname. Why would he hate that nickname?
Because that was
why wouldn't you
was-
hate that
That
nickname?
was his most popular nickname.
Yeah.
I knew he had others.
I didn't
but
know he
that
had
was
any
his thing.
others.
So while he was working as a bartender and a bouncer at a nightclub in Brooklyn, Capone got into a tussle after insulting a woman patron, with her brother retaliating by slashing his face on the left side. These wounds, which he tried to hide, led to the nickname Scarface. He preferred the nickname those close to him used, Snorky, which back then means sharp dresser, which he felt expressed and emphasized his carefully crafted image as a businessman.
Well, that nickname's way worse.
Yeah.
Snorky.
So
Yeah.
he used to,
Sounds like a
he-
Teletubby.
He'd use makeup. He'd wear the hat tilted down there, trying
To try to cover it.
Yeah.
as best
Okay.
he could. He did not
I
like
thought
it.
he was like R&B singer.
Funny.
I like it.
Oh, man. Okay.
And you didn't get that one, did
I
you?
got
Andy?
no
But
way. I got
you
work
got-
to do.
Okay, so 3
Three
was
of
got
us
it.
did, yeah.
Yeah. Copy that.
Harder.
All right, moving on to number 4. What Sicilian-born mobster is credited with putting the organized into organized crime by getting families and gangs to work together, transforming the mafia into one of the most powerful organizations in the country?
Man, I am way out of my league here.
I hope this is acceptable, the way I wrote it. The name I gave it.
Okay. I'll read one more time here.
Yeah.
What Sicilian-born mobster is credited with putting the organized into organized crime by getting families and gangs to work together, transforming the mafia into one of the most powerful organizations in the country?
I'm in trouble.
Like, I'm 100% on this, I think.
Wow.
My goodness.
Yeah. But again, I hope it'll be acceptable. I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
Hundo.
And this is true, right? I mean, it goes without saying.
Oh,
this is a factual.
very
Okay.
factual.
So make sure we're not describing a movie and I'm like thinking of something
it's factual.
factual.
Very factual.
Okay, I'm writing.
No?
I think I
I know Andy's not confident.
No way. Not even a tiny bit.
So,
Thankful I got one on the board. Otherwise, I'd be nervous of an offer.
oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you do have one.
Thank you. Yes. I got good fellas. Thank you.
Thank God for that.
All right, let's see the boards. Andy, what you got? He's got Siegel. We got Lucky Luciano, Joe Pistone, and Genovese.
Genevieve C.
So the correct answer is Lucky Luciano.
you son of a. I think you guys talked about this before.
So forecasting the end of prohibition, Luciano needed to develop new ways for the mafia to grow profits and manage disputes between the warring gangs, arguing that gunfights and killing were bad for business. In 1929, he held a landmark summit with gangs from all over the country, leading to the establishment of the National Crime Syndicate, and 3 years later, forming the Commission, which serves as the governing body, bringing in the highest-ranking members of each family to discuss and vote on major decisions. Using this national collaboration, the mob now had major industries at their disposal, making billions of dollars a year.
So my concern, I could not think of his real first name.
Yep.
Oh,
That was what I was,
So
Fair.
concerned
That's
about.
fair.
it's
Yeah.
Charles Lucky Luciano. But he
Charles.
was born Salvatore Luciani.
well, obviously.
Yeah.
Come on,
Naturally,
Dick.
right? We all
You didn't
we
know
all
that part.
And I just making sure nobody else got that right.
Yeah, you're
okay.
the only one.
Okay.
X.
I'm not bragging. That's not a brag. I'm just trying to stay on point.
All right, moving on to number 5, boys. This is a multiple choice.
Okay.
Which of these gang-related films did Martin Scorsese not receive a nomination for Best Director at the Academy Awards? A. Gangs of New York. B. The Irishman. C. Goodfellas. D. Casino. Or E. The Departed.
My goodness. All right.
Pretty sure I have it down to 2. It's just a matter of which one that might be.
Run it back one more time, please.
All right. Which of these gang-related films did Martin Scorsese not receive a nomination for Best Director at the Academy Awards? A. Gangs of New York. B. The Irishman. C. Goodfellas. D. Casino. And E. The Departed.
Best Director?
Correct.
Okay.
Damn it.
Can I have the options again? Sorry.
Gangs of New York. The Irishman. Goodfellas. Casino. Or The Departed.
This is a tough question.
Yeah.
But I like it. I like the question.
I do like it.
I do like it a lot.
Even though it's multiple choice.
Even though it's multiple choice.
Yeah, I still like it.
All really good movies.
This is tough.
Scorsese ever put out a stinker?
I don't think
I
so.
mean, you feel like
Man, not
he
that I
had to
know.
have
I
because
mean, I
he's
feel like he
human,
had
but
to.
I don't know.
There could be some out there I've never
Yeah,
heard of. Maybe,
we'll have to
but
IMDb
Off the top of
it.
my head, no.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm actually, the one I picked is based on which one I like the least. I'm
okay.
going up. Well, actually, no. Second
Okay.
least.
Okay.
All right, boys, let's see the boards.
Yeah.
Andy, what you got? We got the Irishman from Andy, Casino from Nick, Casino from Scott, and Casino from Kelly. Correct answer is Casino.
Boom!
Goodness
Nice.
gracious. What is going on here?
Nice.
Yep. So even with the stellar cast, Casino did not receive the acclaim or commercial success Scorsese is known for. Widely considered one of the most influential directors in film history, Martin Scorsese grew up in the streets of New York City, having a front row seat to real mob life.
So I said my least favorite. Actually, The Irishman's my least favorite of that list. That movie didn't do much for me.
Did he direct all of those?
Yeah.
So the only two I knew three of them that he was. So the two I didn't know was Casino and Goodfellas. Since we already had a Goodfellas, I'm like, I was going with Casino.
That was my thought. I wrote down Goodfellas, and I'm like, wait, we just had that.
Yeah.
That can't be.
Yeah.
And it wasn't in the question, so.
Well, it's 5 questions.
We hate that.
Let's get a score check there, Nick.
Don't like to have to have that confidence.
All right. So after 5, Andy, I've been here. I know what you're going through. You have one.
I have not been here yet.
Yeah,
so
I've been here. You have one. You have one correct. Kelly and Scott both have 4. I have 5.
Ooh.
Oh, there you go.
I have 5.
Well, we're halfway there. So
Let's keep it rolling, B.
nah.
I'm liking this.
Living on a prayer.
All right, we're moving on to number 6, boys. Located in Las Vegas, Nevada, what museum resides in the 1933 historic Federal Building that once served as the U.S. Post Office and courthouse?
I'm not sure what you asked for.
I'll read it again. Yeah.
I don't know.
Located in Las Vegas, Nevada, what museum resides in the 1933 historical Federal Building that once served as the post office and courthouse?
I'm aware of this. I just don't know what it's called. The name of the museum.
Correct.
You got it?
No. I agree with this statement.
Yeah.
It could be. No.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ready to reveal, or
No.
you want me
Give
to
me a
read again?
second.
Okay.
Read it one more time.
Okay. Located in Las Vegas, Nevada, what museum resides in the 1933 historic Federal Building that once served as the U.S. Post Office and courthouse?
This is deep, man. I mean, if this is a perfect game buster, then fine. But I mean, there's no reason to know this unless you know it, which I realize is kind of the point of trivia. But
just saying.
you knew
did?
it?
Yeah.
Didn't you go there?
I got nothing on
No,
this.
I wanted to, but I did
Yeah.
not. Yeah, but I knew it immediately. Yeah.
Oh, I had
I
no
really,
idea.
I
Good on
really
you,
want to
brother.
go too, by the way.
Good on you.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and reveal. Andy, what you got?
I got Mafia Museum.
Mafia Museum, Benny Siegel Museum, American Gangster Museum, the National Mafia Museum. Correct answer is the Mob Museum.
Mob.
Mob
that was.
Museum.
I was gonna say mob. I wanted to go mob.
That's close.
I will take the
You're going to take that? All right. Yeah.
That's a pity point, and I'm going to take it, baby.
Mafia interchangeable. I'll take the Mob.
I said the
Mafia
National Mafia Museum.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'll take that.
Kelly, you're good?
I think
Kelly, too?
Mob Mafia, that's interchangeable.
Okay.
I'll take
Okay.
that.
I thought, Mafia
me and
was
Andy.
I thought that was too simple. That's why I went with something like weird. All right, so
So-
I
Kelly,
wanted to go. Me and Andy. I wanted to go mob, but I'm like, it sounds too unofficial.
I agree.
Yeah.
Same way.
So this former federal building that once held organized crime trials, FBI and Internal Revenue Service offices, is the most significant pieces of architecture in downtown Las Vegas. In 2002, the city of Las Vegas was gifted the federal building. In exchange, it had to historically preserve and develop it for public use. It was decided a museum to tell the story of national organized crime, law enforcement, and the history of Las Vegas as it was shaped by organized crime.
I shanked that one. I should have gone for the obvious, the Mafia Museum.
I mean,
I should have
don't
gone
know
that way.
any better, right?
I thought that was too simple,
Yeah.
to be honest.
All right, boys, we're moving on to number 7.
Right.
How many total Oscars did the Godfather trilogy win?
Oh, my gracious. This is like a tiebreaker.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
The entire trilogy?
Yep. How many total Oscars did the Godfather trilogy win?
Okay.
Carry the one.
Right.
Shot in the dark. Just a guess. Put down a number.
I mean, yeah.
This one should have been multiple choice.
Or plus or minus, maybe.
It is tough. Yeah, I'm with it.
All right. I'm ready.
You guys ready?
Why not?
Andy, let's start us off.
I'm going to go with a
2.
unobvious answer.
Nick 13. Scotty 7. Kelly 17. The correct answer is 9.
9.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. So with its sweeping musical themes, iconic lines, brilliant cinematography, and expansive storytelling, The Godfather trilogy is regarded as one of the greatest achievements in cinema history, continuing to inspire and influence the film industry today. So, Godfather 3 did not receive
That's what
anything.
I was
Yeah,
just
that's
about
what I
to
thought.
ask.
The first movie won 3 Oscars, and the second won 6.
Okay.
Oh, wow. See?
Second one's 6, really?
Yes.
I knew 1 and 2 had won Best Picture. I didn't know
Yeah.
anything beyond that, so I thought maybe it was an ironic question. You know?
Well, I was trying to think of best screenplay and
Sure.
best director and all these other things.
I didn't think about music and
No, I didn't.
cinematography.
No.
I went director, picture, actor, supporting actor, and then repeated -1 for
I
the
started
second
at-
movie.
I started out on 7. That was going to be my
Okay,
number.
yeah.
And I decided just to up it. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, yeah, tough one.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
All right, moving on to number 8. You guys ready?
Sure.
What euphemism is often used for organized crime? A, the diamond business. B, waste management business. C, painting business. Or D, dry cleaning business.
Ooh.
So what euphemism is often used for organized crime? The diamond business, waste management business, painting business, or the dry cleaning business?
Yeah.
My handwriting is getting sloppier and sloppier as this show goes on.
I got 2 I'm fighting between.
I know.
Yeah, same
I
here.
wrote one down. I think it's the other one, but I'm sticking with what I got.
I feel like I'm 100% locked, like 100. Yeah.
I can't wait till he gets it wrong.
Yeah.
That's why it's terrible to
my
be cocky
opinion,
on this show.
This is a layup in my opinion.
Hey, that's what I
okay.
thought too.
That's okay.
That's what I thought.
A lot of crow eating on this bad boy.
Give us a
We
start,
ready?
Amy.
I think both of them.
I got waste
Waste
management.
management, waste management all around, and that is
Yeah.
correct answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dry cleaning was what I wanted.
Dry
to play.
cleaning. Yes, that was the other option.
Based off of what?
I don't know. It feels right.
Yeah,
Oh.
same. It feels.
Feels right.
I only know because it's Sopranos. That's what I went with. That's what they
Maybe
did.
that's the Yakuza. I don't know. Maybe they do.
Oh, nice.
I don't know. Like maybe, you know what I'm
What,
saying?
dry cleaning?
Yeah.
Are you saying like Oriental people and dry cleaning? Is that what you're trying to say?
Orientals are things. Asians are people.
Sorry. Okay. My
just
apologies.
saying that each faction, Russian, Mexican, Japanese, they all have their own organized crime, and we associate certain businesses with them now. So, yeah.
So let's face it, the ultimate way to prove you're an insider is to speak the language. So counterculture gangs of all kinds have created stockpiles of alternate vocabulary for common words and phrases, sometimes requiring a glossary for translation. Some terms make their way to the American vernacular, popularizing a word or phrase such as dough, referring to money, and whack, referring to kill, sufficient enough to claim a spot in Merriam-Webster's dictionary.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Nice.
When you know you got cachet, baby.
So we're through 8. Let's get a score
Got
check.
it. Got it.
I got it.
What you got?
All right.
You got to clear that on your computer, though.
I've used that term and with off at the end of it.
All right. So we have Andy has 3, Scott with 5, Kelly and myself with 6.
We got a close one.
I thought I was in it. I'm not in it.
You're 2 left. No, you're not in it.
You're doing
out.
great.
You look good.
You look great.
Look good, kid.
Fun.
That's all that matters.
Is that a new jacket?
So Liz is,
All right. Number 9, fellas. Number 9. The TV series Peaky Blinders follows an early 20th century street gang based out of what UK city?
Oh, man.
The TV series Peaky Blinders follows an early 20th century street gang based out of what UK city?
UK City. Dang it.
Love this show.
Yeah, I feel like if I have an
I
unlimited amount of
knew
time,
this is for you. I
Yeah.
love it too. It's a great show. I'm excited about the movie whenever that happens.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't remember they
I've
put
heard.
a
I
release
thought I heard
date.
25 this year.
Yeah, that's what I thought I saw too.
yeah.
Like late next year.
Late, yeah.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Oh,
I mean, I got something.
I feel like I'm hundo.
Dang it. Well, I'm out of the game anyway.
I love that you're thinking. I love that you're thinking. I'm hoping
I have something written down.
All right.
hope you're wrong.
Andy, what you
I
got?
don't think it's right.
Yeah.
Dublin.
Dublin. With Nick, we got Birmingham,
That's what I said.
Hampton, and Dublin. The answer is Birmingham.
Yeah, it is.
Gosh.
Yeah, baby.
Dublin's in Ireland. Just saying.
You said United Kingdom.
Oh, that's true.
You said which
Oh,
UK city?
You got it right. You're right. I'm looking at the answer. My bad.
Either way, it's still Birmingham.
Yeah. So this fascinating true story that inspired the TV series Peaky Blinders actually operated from the late 1880s through the 1920s, with both men and women members ranging from the ages of 13 to 30. They were notorious for fighting violently, using everyday items such as belt buckles, fire irons, canes, and in some cases strangling or stabbing. The disposable razor blades stored in the bill of their famed flat caps, however, is not historically accurate.
No, it's not.
Oh, really?
I actually listened. I can't remember what the podcast is called. I'll have to look it up for you guys. Sorry, can't fact check it. But it was like the true story
Yeah.
of the Peaky Blinders.
Yes.
Not much of the show was true.
Oh, okay.
Minimal at best. Yeah.
They changed.
But yeah, big fan of that show.
Oh, that is a fantastic.
I've tried it twice and I can't get going on it. I've tried it twice and it's fine. It's fun. You know, it's fine.
You and I
Yeah.
have never been further apart.
I know.
We're not.
Right now.
We're not friends anymore.
We Nick, we vibe on movies. We do not agree on TV.
No, we do not.
We very rarely do.
You're correct on that.
I don't get it.
All right. We're down to one question, boys.
Number 10. Huh?
Number 10.
You get it
let's go.
wrong. I get it right. We got a tie.
I hope not.
I can't wait.
I hope so.
I'm due. I'm due for a win. It's been a while.
I don't want that to happen.
Of course you don't. Jerk.
In 1946, Benjamin Bugsy Siegel took over the development and construction of what Las Vegas hotel and casino? In 1946, Benjamin Bugsy Siegel took over the development and construction of what Las Vegas hotel and casino?
So I don't know the answer, but I chose a hotel for a very specific reason. I don't want to give anybody any
Don't.
ammunition or whatever. Okay.
I'm not a hundo on this one.
I'll come across next time.
I feel like I should be, but I'm not.
My board's in the air. 2 hands. Kelly's is higher because he's got more ceiling.
All right, Andy, let's see it.
I'm at the Flamingo, baby.
Flamingo. We got the Flamingo all around. There you go.
Hey, baby!
So the Flamingo Hotel, by the way, he hated the name Bugsy. Using funds pooled by the Eastern Crime Syndicate, Bugsy took over the Floundering Resort project started by Billy Wickerson, a Hollywood nightclub owner and the original Flamingo developer. Construction costs soared over budget due to Bugsy's extravagant alterations and contractors taking advantage of the naive gangster, often overcharging and billing multiple times for the same supplies. However, once opened, the Flamingo became the Mafia's first major foothold in Las Vegas. It's a stretch to say Bugsy invented Las Vegas as we know it. Nevertheless, he did add his touches of high style and glamour by turning the Flamingo into one of the most lavish properties in Vegas.
Is it still the same hotel that
Yes.
stands as the Flamingo today?
Yes.
My understanding.
I think so, yeah.
We stayed there multiple times.
In fact, they still have the
That's-
penthouse in the top of the Flamingo
know.
that was his.
I know
Where he
that that's
stayed.
the
Oh, yeah?
chosen
It's still
place
there.
for you guys.
Yeah, you can. I mean,
Is it called like the...
I don't know if there's a name for it, but they said his penthouse is still there, and you can use it if you go to Vegas. If you want to pay for it.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
That's got to be cheap.
that's anything, right?
All right, so let's get a tally. What do we got, Nick?
I'm happy to say all these things now. Andy has 4. He came through in the second half.
A little.
You did.
You know, Don't be disappointed with that. Scott has 6. Kelly with 7. And me with 8.
Attaboy.
Nick with 8.
Congratulations.
I'm not on Brian's level of mafioso knowledge, but I'm fine being second to you as far as knowing this stuff.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Congratulations,
Now,
Nick.
can
It's
I-
been a long time.
Easy.
Anything.
So,
Easy. It has been a while.
remember the last time you won?
Coming from Dr. Zero.
Exactly. Thank you, Kelly.
wow.
Thank
They're
you.
over.
Now, can I read the tiebreaker question? Because it's a great question.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah,
It's
you
your
can
show,
do it.
brother.
Yeah,
It's your
Dave.
show, brother.
Unless you think
Your
you need to hold
party.
it, unless
I
you
just wanna
think you
do
need
it
to hold it
'cause
in the bag for future.
No, it's a fun one. Let's do it. It's on the topic. Let's do it.
Okay.
All right. Tiebreaker question. Not that we have a tie.
No, we
In
don't.
the
I won.
In the 6 seasons of HBO's hit drama series, The Sopranos, how many total primetime Emmy nominations did the series receive?
Holy smokes.
So
Wow.
6 seasons?
6 seasons of The Sopranos. How many primetime Emmy nominations did that series receive?
All right. I got a number. Totally random, but well, not totally random.
6 seasons of The Sopranos. How many Emmy nominations did the series receive?
We talked about this show, huh? I mean, groundbreaking for its time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
No question.
All right.
That's it.
I don't know why we're writing it down. I put 54.
Oh yeah, why are we playing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I put 53. Actually, that's ironic.
All right, nobody's
Are we-
correct.
what's that?
The answer will blow your mind, in my opinion. 111.
Wow.
Holy what?
So if this was a tiebreaker, you're
Groundbreaking.
saying I would have won.
That's
Yes.
what I'm hearing.
But once again, groundbreaking. 111.
Wow.
I mean, and I assume we're going into deep topics like costume and
Oh, sure.
stuff.
I didn't get
Andy, what's the math on that? I mean, 6 seasons.
6 and 111.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just shy of
Was it
20
111
per.
you said?
Yeah.
Call it 18 per.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was 18 categories for a show.
Yeah, no. Right?
So.
Yeah. That's impressive.
Well, I wrote 78, and I thought I'm way high, but I don't care.
Yeah.
6 seasons. For some reason, I thought it was longer than that.
So these, I've noticed.
They did a thing where the 6th season was part 1 and 2.
That's right.
It felt
But
like
still,
7,
but I
but
still felt it was
It's
longer
still
than
6.
that. Yeah.
I feel like we're falling into a trap of our tiebreakers being like super shocking numbers.
Yeah.
So if you start
It's
to
fun.
kind of catch
Yeah.
on to that a little
Yeah,
bit,
Yeah.
right.
then they're all mind bending. You all set, B?
That's it for me, guys. Thank you.
Thanks
Yeah.
for doing that.
Well
man.
done, man.
Yeah, well
Nice
done.
job.
You did.
Good job, sir.
That
Yeah.
was a fun
Thank you,
trivia.
thank you.
Yeah, you're a natural.
You're nervous about nothing.
Yeah, well,
You're a pro.
everybody, we gotta suck at something before we don't suck at it.
You know what? I'll tell you, you can do better.
Brian did a great.
There's room for improvement. Brian.
So rude.
You did good though. You did
Nobody's
good.
Nick won, and he's cocky.
You guys are over there patting him on the ass like you did something fantastic. You did a good job.
Up on
You did
your
a
high
good job.
horse.
Okay.
Up on your high horse.
Hey,
Yeah.
you did a good job.
Don't forget
Well
about
done.
the little people down here.
Is the air thin? Is the air thin up there? Going through your head?
Well, that brings us to our bonus question. And there's nothing really specific to define here. We just want to talk mob movies. Do you got a favorite? Do you have a favorite character? A favorite series, for example?
This is probably a
It's just wide open.
tough question for Brian, but I have a locked and loaded, my all-time favorite, not even a question, that is The Untouchables. I love that movie. I will contend that it's probably not the best mobster movie,
Okay.
but I just love everything about the movie.
Very good.
I love how it's shot, like the cinematography, how it's done. Just, it's one of those movies that if it's on, I'm watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it stands above all the others.
That's, to me,
Yeah.
That's definitely one of mine. Brian, you have to help me out here. What's the one with De Niro and the young boy? It's kind of
Bronx Tale.
Bronx Tale.
Bronx Tale.
Great movie.
That was a good one.
That's one of.
De Niro directed that.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, he did? I didn't know he directed that. Okay.
Yep.
Brian, what is your favorite? I mean, you've seen all of them so many times. Series, Boardwalk, Sopranos.
Well,
I mean, on
there's
and
a
on and
difference between
on.
movies and series. I can't. Yeah.
Well,
movies.
we're lumping them together
it's,
for this
It's hard. I mean, Goodfellas.
Desert Island, you
Goodfellas
get-
is up there.
Okay.
Donnie Brasco's up there. I
Those
love
are the two
Donnie
I was going
Brasco.
to name for you. Was
And then
Goodfellas. Yeah.
The Godfather. I mean, The Godfather's
Sure.
so good.
The Departed.
But The Departed. I mean, there's so
I'm a
many.
big fan
I
of
mean,
The Departed.
I think the three for me at the top are Goodfellas, Donnie Brasco, and Godfather. But I mean, it's hard for me. There's so many good ones.
Oh, yeah.
You consider Scarface a
Yeah, I mean, I'll put it.
mob?
yeah, definitely. I think so.
I
it's-
consider Scarface an overrated movie.
I agree with you.
I
That's
like
why I
it.
brought it up.
I like it, but it's overrated
Yeah.
in my opinion. I do like it. It's good, but I think it's overrated. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's so many out there. Like Once Upon a Time in America is fantastic.
Eastern Promises. It's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we didn't really venture outside of the
No.
standard
Italian
American
mafia.
Italian
Of course,
mafia.
you want to get into like the shows. Yeah, The Sopranos,
Yes.
Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Oh, yeah.
it's
Never
not-
ending.
it's
Brian's
not.
just rattling off all my possible answers.
So, Nick,
Yeah.
you got any fresh
You got
ideas
anything
for
that's
us?
not been said already? Well, for me, movies wise, I'm going to go Departed.
Yeah,
For my favorite.
Yeah, you've
and when I say favorite, it's like if all these movies were showing, which one would you pick at that
I
time?
get it.
TV wise, I'm a Peaky Blinder guy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
so
you
good.
would.
I am.
So good.
Yes.
American Gangster.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Good one.
But is that really a mafia movie? I know it's gangsters
I wouldn't
in
throw
the title.
mafia. No, but, it's
but the
gangster.
title's
I mean,
Gangster.
and there's mafia in it. I understand that.
Yeah.
So now we're starting to branch outside of the
Yes.
classic mob.
Yes.
And that's like I asked the question, when do we, I mean, it's still organized crime, right? I mean, think
Yeah.
Snowfall,
Sure.
right? A fairly recent show about the 90s.
Very good show.
It's organized crime,
sure.
it's just
Sure.
different than what we've been describing.
Or
get that.
70s, 80s.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Snowfall. If we're talking about Snowfall, it starts in the late 70s.
The Iran Contra.
It runs into
government.
these
No, that's
Yeah.
right. You're
That
right.
being said, organized crime still exists.
Not a rank
but
cancer.
it's limping. It's not even close to
not
what it
even
was
close to
back
what
in
it
the
was.
day.
Got to be harder.
Rico's like
Yeah.
that's what they credit with killing, mafia and all that.
Oh, yeah.
like the powerhouse mafia families and all that. The Rico case.
Sure.
Yeah, killed them. Yeah.
Really? Yeah. Well, all right. That was fun, Brian.
That was great.
Got one under your belt. I expect you to start writing another one here at any moment.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take over.
Yeah. I
think we know where we're going now.
I love it. Well, that's going to do it for today's episode of the Ultimate Trivia Podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe and please leave us that review. We'll see you next time with more trivia, more fun, and until then, keep your brain sharp and your bellies laughing.